thing, keep the game tight. Everything's gonna turn out fine. We're gonna do this thing over this beat that I designed. Everything will turn out great, and I'm have to do this thing, keep it straight. Y'all waited long enough. I'm gonna make sure that we have a good time. Life's tough. Tough it is. You know what kind of time it is. We gotta do this rhyming biz. Yo, it's the DG show, and I'm rocking here with this crowd and this I'm glad that you're here, and I want to give a shout out to everyone here. What's going on? How you feeling now? Are you down like a submarine coming out? I appreciate you coming on through because it ain't easy to do when the show starts at 2 a.m. on the Eastern Seaboard. But y'all know what I'm talking about. You won't be bored. Everything is going to turn out great, and I'm going to keep this thing. Yeah, I won't have to wait 2 a.m. right in the morning. We're going to do this thing. Yeah, going on and on. Yeah, the beat is tight, but I still got to get right. Yo, we're going to do this thing late night. I've been waiting all day to do this subject and now and got something to say. And the way that I portray the sub, yo, I'm going to make sure that is in the club, but not the club that you're dancing and shaking your ass. And just make sure you understand the thing fast, and it will last a long time. And if it don't last a long time, then I'm not delivering the things that I'm supposed to do. The package is hot, yo, you dropped the boot. Do you really think, are you who you are, star? Are you star in the sky? And I'ma ask why. Why do I look up in the sky and ask myself, how come that I had to lose so many people in 2024? Well, in 25, I lose more. It could happen. I hope it don't, but you know how life goes. It probably won't. What they say, Murphy's Law, what could happen will happen to all of y'all. You ain't exempt. You ain't John Kemp. Should I say Sean Kemp? Yo, shoot the shit. Yo, let's take it on back. Let's make sure we get this thing right and exact. I ain't trying to lie to you. Make it buy nothing. And don't keep your money in your pocket. Keep stuffing and keep working. Don't be like on some other kind of stuff. Yo, your life is rough, but not so rough. I feel good and I still stuff. What up, y'all? Robbie Ming. I got a call from Robbie Ming. I'm going to see if she gonna come through tonight. But right now, my people's Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow, she about to turn it out. What's going on, y'all? It's the Daily Go Get Mism Show. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. And tonight on the Daily Go Get Mism Show, we are talking about never got burnt. Never got pregnant. Never got burnt, never got pregnant, never got married. Forget about the never got married part. Forget about the never got married part. Because hold on, let me get this thing straight. All right. Yeah, forget about the never got married part, because that can apply to a lot of people, myself included. But when you think about the rites of passage, that people have gone through in their lives, like from the time that you were born up until you became a teenager, up until you became a young adult. I'm talking about like from ages 18 all the way up to 30. If you've never caught an STD, never got pregnant or never got nobody pregnant, like that's a hell of a feat. And there could be a whole lot of things that may have influenced that or might have made that happen. Some of those things may have been within your control. Some of those things might not have been in your control or under your control. But we're going to talk about it tonight. It's going to be a good look. It's going to be a good look. All right. Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow, she about to turn it out. And Dimples D's. What's going on, Dimples D's? Always great to see you. Thanks for coming on through. Jasmine Andrillion. Now, that's a name right there. Jasmine Andrillion. And Vexy says, what's a good song? What's a good song? I don't know. And my people's Jen Ramirez. Señorita Ramirez is en la casa. Es en la casa. Okay. Let me ask y'all, did y'all like that song I was playing? That's a song that I be in the studio trying to cook up something, trying to chef a little something, put something together. And it's something I put together. I ain't gonna front, man. If you listen to this shit in headphones and if you have a good car stereo, that thing knocking. That thing is knocking. As a matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna play it again. For you. You know what I'm saying? Play it again for you. Hold on. Let's let it go. Hold on. See if y'all can get into it. That's my beat, y'all. That's my beat, y'all. Yo, can you get into it? Can you make that thing the rhyme flow like fluid? You gotta get the flow. And if you don't know, you ain't fit to be on the DG show. Sun752 is my name, but I'm still gonna answer the other things because my game is on another level. Devils don't want to mess with this God right here. Yeah, you ain't God said. You ain't ready for the Freddie and Jason. You're not horrific, but let's get specific. If you're ready to do the damn thing, then come on over here in the royalty with the rest of the kings, and my thing will get done. And at the same time, we learn a little something, have a little fun. But I ain't done till the thing is finished, and it won't go away, and it won't diminish. I'm on the top of my game. Yeah, you ain't down? Well, you should do the same. And I ain't lame. I never was. I always did the thing, and then I always had a buzz. Never been a sucker, never been a nerd. Always had something to say. Was always heard of, always saying something. Always doing something, always putting two and two together to get something. You're a little more triple the funds. Are you ready for this thing when the day is done? Have a little bit of fun. I don't smoke or drink, but I get up in the lab and I start to think, how can I make a little bit of money for myself? And how can I increase my wealth and do my health and make sure I'm here for the next day so my kids will have something to do so they can play and say my dad was the shit. Yeah, totally legit. And if you're not legit, well, you can step up your game. You can still do the thing. You ain't gotta be a lame. All right, y'all. All right. We gonna do it like that. So what y'all think? Y'all rock with my cut? Y'all rocking my cut? I haven't named it. Y'all rock with my cut though? Y'all rock with my cut? You with it? Yeah. I mean, you can feel it. I mean, you can. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, a little something. Vexy said, you said it's fire. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Tree Stone was good, and King Aviation was good. All right, so let's get into this thing. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to have this conversation tonight? Never got burnt, never got pregnant. How many of y'all can say that? Now, listen, you don't have to admit to anything that you don't want to admit to. Only you know what has happened in your life. So you don't have to, this is not a session where you have to purge yourself. I'm not a priest. I'm not behind a wall or nothing like that. You don't have to come into the cathedral and tell me nothing. I'm not a pastor. I'm not anybody. I'm not qualified to give out any advice or whatever. This is a community. We talk to each other. We try to, compare notes with each other and try to make something happen out here. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Tonight, we are talking about never got burnt, never got pregnant. Do you know people who, have never caught an STD, have never gotten pregnant or got somebody pregnant, or should I say never experienced an unwanted pregnancy? That's not an easy thing to do, because even if you love your kids and you wanted a bunch of kids, that's not to say that you got pregnant when you wanted to get pregnant. You may have gotten pregnant at a time when it was a little inconvenient. You may have still been in school, whether it was high school or college or whatever. You may have had your whole future ahead of you and whatever. And now you got this baby growing in your stomach, or you done got somebody pregnant. Some of y'all brothers out here might have got 2 or 3 girls pregnant at the same time. Yeah, it's a hell of a situation. But for the fellas out there who have never gotten a woman pregnant, and I don't know about y'all, but the men that I know who have claimed to have never gotten a woman pregnant, they're not the ones who practice safe sex. They're not even the ones that practice safe sex. So I'm like, you must be blanking. Would you have a vasectomy when you was 4? I don't know. But, that's their thing. They claim that they've never gotten anybody pregnant. I've known men who had babies blamed on them. It wasn't their babies. It gets real out here, yo. It gets real out here. So we're gonna have this conversation tonight, man. What y'all know? What do you know? What do you know? Appreciate y'all coming through. Please do me one little solid as y'all come through. Y'all already are doing pretty well in there. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. I've been watching some YouTube videos lately, trying to figure out how to increase views, how to increase subscribers and stuff like that. So if y'all could share the show, I would really appreciate that. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All assistance, all help will be appreciated, much appreciated. My man Matthew Wilson, what's good? Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, man? Good to see you, sir. Yeah. And Tree Stone says, that's me. What's you? You never got if you're a man, you never got a woman pregnant, but you was always going raw. Now, look, I'm not going to encourage anybody to, I'm not encouraging any reckless behavior. I wouldn't care if you were straight sterile. That don't mean you can't get torched. You know what I mean? Be like lightning struck your pants. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I grew up in the 80s. You could lose your whole entire life over a night of pleasure. Probably a few nights. And I'm not sure if you got HIV on one hit, one shot. I don't know. I don't know. Cheryl Hudson says unwanted and not planned is two different things. Exactly. Thank you. Unwanted and unplanned are two different things. An unwanted pregnancy is like, yo, I ain't trying. Nah. What you mean you pregnant? Nah, shorty. Nah. Is it mine? Oh, no. Oh, hell no. Hell no. You ain't telling me you pregnant. What you gonna do? Yeah, you. What you gonna do? I'm not. Shit. I know one thing. We about to make an appointment. Or if you're a woman, you might be like, I just know I ain't been feeling queasy in the morning, throwing up and all that crazy shit. I just know my nose ain't getting big, my feet getting big and starting to get swole. I just know it cannot be. I can't be with child right now. I can't be pregnant this year. I'm going on a cruise in the summertime. I'm going on a cruise. I'm about to have a belly that sit-ups and crunches cannot fix. It grows and grows. So that's an unplanned pregnancy, or no, that's more like an unwanted pregnancy. An unplanned pregnancy could be like you and your wife or you and your spouse. Y'all might already have 2 or 3 kids. And y'all might not have been shooting for the 4th. What's that old rhyme? That old little jingle, that little spin on the nursery rhyme. Jack and Jill went up the hill to have a little fun. Stupid Jill forgot the pill, and now they got a son. Well, hey, you gonna play the game? There are consequences to the game, and hey, shit happens. Shit happens. But there are some people who it never happened to. There are people that these rites of passages, because when you really think about it, it kind of is a rite of passage. It's kind of a messed up rite of passage, but it's a human thing. And you don't have to be, for all my brothers out there that know y'all been burnt before, you know what I mean? You might have got a light burn, what I'm saying? Some chlamydia, maybe even a little gonorrhea. You might have got a heavy burn. Well, gonorrhea is a heavy burn. That's kind of a gonorrhea. That's kind of like, it don't kill you though, but don't have no kids. Make sure you get that cleared up. If you should happen to have gonorrhea and get the joint pregnant, make sure you clear that up because the baby could be born deformed and all that. It don't kill you, but it could alter the direction that your life is going in. There are only 2 STDs that can kill you. 2. And they are AIDS and syphilis. Now, syphilis, you got years and years and years before it kills you. You have ample time to clear that up. The famous gangster Al Capone. Al Capone back in the day, he died from syphilis. That nigga was dirty. He had a dirty dick. Speaking of dirty dick. So all y'all dirty dick niggas out there, you know, it is what it is. Look, man, you can get it. You can go ahead and get it cleared up or whatever. And, most women don't want to admit that they ever got burnt. And I understand. But it doesn't have to be because you was out there screwing everybody. Somebody might have been screwing everybody and pretending that they were only screwing you and bring you back. You know what I mean? Nice little clinic package. Yeah. Brought you back a nice little clinic package. I don't want this show to be nasty. I don't. Cheryl Halsey, what's going on, Ma? Good to see you. And Literal Trash. Literal Trash says, how long have you been HIV positive? I've been positive knowing about HIV since I was about 13. I believe HIV came out like 1981, somewhere between 81 and 83. So I knew about it since then. So yeah, my knowledge about it has been positive since then. Yeah. See, I'm a clean type dude. You can tell. I don't even look dirty. But I appreciate you coming to the show. You're a great person. All right. Anthony says it's not just what's that? A psyop? It's not just a psyop? Am I saying that right? I don't know. Literal Trash says, I tell girls I had a vasectomy so they can't say I'm the father. Doesn't mean that you didn't get them pregnant. Shelly says, I still can't believe it's not peanut butter. I'm going to give you some of that. Ring the law, Ring the law, Ring the law. I said, ring the law. I like that. I still can't believe it's not peanut butter. Not parquet, but I still can't believe it's not peanut butter. That's good. I like that. That's what's up. Matthew Wilson says, not long. How about you? Wait. Oh, you talking to Cheryl? Okay, all right, cool. Cheryl says, some people get raped, drugged, or tricked. It does happen. There can be some very, very illicit and heinous circumstances surrounding around a pregnancy or an STD. But tonight we're talking about people who have never gone through this. Now, as a teenager, mothers and fathers of sons, you really have to have a talk with your kids, particularly your sons, because once they start getting sexually active, you know how that shit go. Even if your son is a one-woman man, he may be a one-woman man who is in love with a woman who's not a one-man woman. Girls are out there and exploring and curious about their bodies and their sexuality just like boys are. So, you know how your mom may have warned you about them fast ass little girls out there that you chasing behind, and you believing in them little girls. Like, no, mom, it's not like that. She's not a bad person. She may not be a bad person, but her legs might fly open like those Western, those saloon doors. You know what I mean? You come through the saloon doors, like, hey, partner. You know what I mean? Her legs might go open like that. Welcoming everybody. Whose world is this? So, you might be in a position where you have to protect your son's heart and you have to protect his loins. Your heart and loins. Shout out to your heart and loins. As a man, a lot of times the two go together. All the brothers out there who fell in love with the first woman who opened their legs to her, like, oh my God, she's the greatest. We're going to get married and we're going to have kids and we're going to be together forever. Hey, hey. All right. Hold on. Let me get my cursor over here. Okay. All right. Shelly says, homie got the beads. Oh, y'all about to wear the beads too. As a matter of fact, let's get to it. Shelly said, I was not expecting that response. Salute, brother. What? Come on now. We get busy over here. Let me see. You never listened to this show before? You've never been here before. Oh, but that's cool. That's all good. I mean, it's all good. We straight. We have a good time over here. Adam Young, what's good? He said, never trust a fart. Especially if it feels wet. You're right. Good advice. Appreciate it. Salute. Info spot 411, my brother, my mellow, my man. Appreciate you. Cheryl Hudson says, wow, saloon doors swing both ways. They certainly do. Saloon doors swing both ways. And Zaire Mixon says, hi, I'm new. What's your name? My name is Sun75. I do things my way, and I don't care what nobody say. My day is going real good, and it should, because I'm doing this thing. I don't do it for the neighborhood. I do it for you. I do it for us. I do it so we can build up a community of trust. I do it so we can have a little fun. I do it before my daughters and sons and still weigh a ton, and I still do it. I do it every day, 7 days a week. You can come through and hear brother speak, and you can tweak it, turn it up a little louder. I'm proud of you, and I hope that you're really proud of me, because that's the way it's got to be. So I appreciate you coming through the DG show. See? All right. Omar Thompson, what's good, man? Thanks for coming back through, man. Appreciate you. And Hugo C, greetings from Mexico. Mexico es en la casa. Mexico es en la casa. ¿Dónde eres tú? ¿Dónde eres tú, Hugo? ¿Cuál país? It's all good. ¿Cuál país? All right. Jen says, I've been played, but not prego or burn. Let's give it a little. Never been burnt. Never been burnt. What? Never been burned. Didn't have to learn that kind of lesson. Never been burned is a blessing. A lot of people can't really say, but you made your declaration today. That's what's up. I'm glad you never got burnt. Let me see. Glad you never got burned. I mean, I'm not bullshitting either. That's actually good. And never got pregnant. That's what's up. Omar Thompson says, how do I be LeBron James? Well, you could just change your name. Other than that, you're a little too late to get in on his DNA. Zaire says, hey, nice rhymes. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go. Dawn Drumming says, let's go. Word. Adam Young says, you can't be LeBron. You can only be Omar. I think Omar is a great thing to be. That's my name. You know, we be having different Omars coming through. That's what's up. All right, y'all, let's do this. I got on my struggle beads. These are called struggle beads. If you've never been to the show before, these beads are called struggle beads. I developed them, had them designed, and these symbolize coming up as a teenager in the 80s and having to go through all of the racism, the computer era, the hip hop era starting to get really, really popular. The pop era, you know, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Madonna, Lionel Richie, Men at Work, Duran Duran, Def Leppard, New Edition, Public Enemy. Anyway, Anyway, y'all know we wore big gold chains back in the day. And then when the conscious era of hip hop came along, we started wearing beads. We weren't wearing the gold as much. So I wanted to wear some beads that were symbolic of that struggle, but that looked like big gold chains. But these are called struggle beads. And you know, we all have to go through a struggle. We're all struggling with something right now. As y'all watch the show, you're struggling with something. I'm not saying that you're losing. I'm not saying that you're messing up in life. But you may be struggling to make more money. You may be struggling to find love. You may be struggling to keep your marriage together. You may be struggling to keep your lights on. You may be struggling to find yourself. You may be struggling to understand the afterlife. You may be struggling with the loss of a loved one. You may be struggling with a sickness of your own or someone else. We all have struggles. So these beads are symbolic of the struggle, and we all in the struggle. So I'll let y'all choose between these three, and you're going to wear one, and I'll show you how that goes. So which one y'all want? The one on the left? Y'all got to let me know. Matthew says the one on the left, or the one in the middle. And y'all can see, y'all see the thing got the shine on it, man. You got the shine. That's the one in the middle, or the one on the right. The one on the right. Which one y'all doing? Okay, Matthew says left. We got 2 for left. Dawn says left. Cheryl says right. If we get one more left, then left is going to be. All right, so once again, this is the one on the right. Cheryl Halsey says middle. This is the one in the middle. All right, now we got 2 for left and 2 for right. Okay, and this is the one on the left. Which one? Which one? Oh, we got 2 for the middle. It's up, left one, and left be winning all the time, son. It be winning all the time. Yo, if your necklace didn't win tonight, come back tomorrow night, and it'll your necklace will probably win. But for now, the left has won it again, baby. So let's give you the ocular proof so you can see how you rocking. Yeah, looking good. Looking real good, you know what I'm saying? This is how y'all look tonight. Huh? Looking good. Ladies, you're looking beautiful. You're looking sweet. You're looking pretty. You're looking lovely. You're looking elegant. You're looking sexy. Yeah, you're looking real good tonight. Looking like somebody want to take you home tonight. Brothers, you're looking handsome. You're looking suave. You're looking debonair. You're looking smooth. You got on your soft stuff tonight. No jogging suits tonight. You got on your suits. You got on your stuff that make the ladies get a little moist. You know what I mean? A little moist. So yeah. Take a screenshot of show them what you got. Take a screenshot. You know you like it a lot. Take a screenshot. Yeah, you know how it go. You're rocking with the DG show with your man. Oh, all right, let's go. All right. Oh, hold on. We got a super chat. By Hey Buddha. May you have a very blessed evening. Let me show you how we treat people who contribute to this channel. Let me just do a little something for you. Appreciate you. Think I do. We tell no lies. We don't hide no disguise. I appreciate y'all all for coming through this thing. Yo, rocking with the king. I don't mean that I'm the king ruling over everybody, but I make sure I do for the dudes and the hotties. If you're rocking with the GT show, yo, give me a like. You do the thing and don't say psych. Yo, we do this every night at 2 a.m. Best thing going at night. Yo, I'm deader than them. Yo, and everything is gonna be cool. We gonna do this thing. Take the cats to school. Drop them off, pick them up, make sure everything is good to go. Yeah, hell yep. All right, yo, let's go. Let's go. Never been burnt. Never been burnt. Never got pregnant. Never been burnt. Never got pregnant. Never got burnt. Never got pregnant. Never got burnt. Never got. How is it? Never got burnt. Never got pregnant. It's not. You never got burnt. Never got. Never got burnt. Never got pregnant. Never got burnt. Never. Never got burnt. Never. Never got burnt. Never. Never got burnt. Never got pregnant. All right. There are a lot of people who never contracted an STD, never got pregnant. There are. But it's so common among your peers when you're growing up as a teenager that it's almost hard to believe. Like, you know, how many of you, and this is symbolic of how bad it is out here. How many of you were in your 20s and when you met somebody new, and you may have only been like 25 years old, and they were like, you don't have no kids? Like, you 20, like you had to have kids. And for those of you who really got a strange look when you told somebody that you didn't have kids at 25, like just because they may have had 5 at 25, you know, they've been reproducing since they was like 15, and they figured that you already an old head and don't have no kids. At 25, I didn't have no kids. It was what it was. My people's Jeff Guapo. Jeff Guapo is all up in the house. What up? Carrie Zilla, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Carrie Zilla said, I've gotten both. It happens. And I appreciate your transparency. It happens. Listen, the important thing is that you got something that you could live with. Shoot, nowadays, HIV you can live with and be undetectable and even reproduce children. And now, and it's a funny thing about HIV, because just because you are pregnant, let's say you got pregnant and didn't know that you contracted HIV, there's nothing to say that your baby will be born with it. Some are, but many aren't. Because I can't remember. I learned all of this shit in health class, and it was like 30 years ago. But there is a way for, even though the mother is carrying the child, she's not necessarily carrying the blood of the child, which is kind of amazing when you consider, like, well, where did he get blood from if it wasn't from the mother? You know what I mean? When you feed the child, you know, feeding from the breast milk. And speaking of breast milk, if a mother has a child and she has HIV, it's not a good idea. They really, really strongly recommend against her breastfeeding. So, but there are ways that you can live with it nowadays with all of these medicines and treatments and things like that. It's not a guaranteed killer like it was back in the 80s. Like it was back in the 80s when I developed these struggle beads. But yeah. It could be a situation where, you know, somebody out there might have, oh, you could have had a one night stand. You know, he was out there drinking beer and wine and a little yak and some vodka, or smoking some weed or sniffing some coke. You know, listen, when you're under the influence, you're under the influence. And nothing goes better nothing goes better with drugs than sex. Nothing. Except heroin. Heroin addicts they don't have to have sex. Heroin is so strong and it's such a body drug. Like, yo, when I shoot the heroin, I feel like, oh my God, this is one big orgasm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No methadone for me. Give me. Make me have to bust out the triangle. Oh, I gotta bust out the. Ah. 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 Once again, we do not promote or encourage the use, sale, or abuse of any mind-altering substance. No drogas, no drogas, no drogas, no drogas. Just say to drugs. No, I'm good. Nah, I'm cool. We no, I want none of that. I want none of that. All right. Jeff says, got to be careful to just learn the hard way and hopefully not the permanent way. Oh my God, salute. Salute, my God. Salute. Because that's exactly how I'm feeling about it. Exactly. You have hit it, the nail on the head. All right. TK Wright says, not me. Back when I was 25 in New York City, a lot of 25-year-olds didn't have children because they were out chasing their dreams. Well, I had friends who were 25 to 30 that didn't have any kids. And then I had another set of friends where all the motherfuckers had kids. Even the ones that didn't have kids had kids. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. Please hit the like button. Please share the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Appreciate it. Appreciate it all the way, all the way. All right. Jeff Guapo said, you feel me, Dawn? It's crazy. And I've been out here. All right. Jen Ramita says, I would have never finished college if I got preggo. Well, I knew plenty of girls who got pregnant while they was in college and they did finish. And I knew girls who got pregnant their first semester in college. Like, you made it through high school, everything cool, went up to college, got pregnant by a frat member. I got a little Kappa baby. Got a little Kappa baby. My baby was born a Q. Baby came out of the womb stepping. It happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. You know what I mean? Shit is crazy. It happens a lot. Okay. Dawn Drummond says, drums, not drugs. That is so dope. Drums, not drums, not drugs, baby. Drums, not drugs. Nobody taking drugs. Everybody playing drums. Drummer, give me some. I said drums, not drugs. I said drums, not drugs. I said drums, not drugs. Yeah. Dawn, what you got? I said drums, not drugs. That's what we need. I said drums, not drugs. That's what we need. Okay. All right. I thought that was very symbolic. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Dawn says, can I get a freestyle with this hook? Not because someone wanted me to, but because I wanted me to. Yo, wow. Gary Zilla says, what? I was married 20 years and have two successful young women for daughters. It was a struggle, but I did it. And salute to you for being able to pull that off. You know what I mean? Being a parent is not as easy as a lot of people would make it seem. You learn a lot as a parent. And sometimes your first child suffers the wrath of your inexperience. Not saying that you're a bad parent or whatever, but you may not have made decisions that were the best decisions when you were younger, because you may have been looking at parenthood through the kaleidoscope lenses of something that you weren't really ready for, or that, you know, something that you thought could be or should be that really wasn't that practical. Okay. All right. Matthew Wilson says 420 friendly. Info Spot says, fuck the drink and the drug, go to the gym and eat good. Right and exact. Co-sign that. Co-sign that. Jeff Quapo said, for real, Carrie, some folks can't pull out of their driveway to save their life. You ain't never lied. Just, I mean, you suppose, and for all the fellas out there, I don't mean to expose y'all. I don't really want to snitch you, y'all, but I'm going to do it. All of that lying, saying that you pulled out in time, and you know damn well, you know how when you are up in some good twat, you get them warning shots. She feels it and you feel it. That what you think that shit was loaded with? You sure don't feel that outside the pussy. And you may have gotten 3 of them. Talk about you pulled out in time. You're supposed to pull out before you get to. So you should be external when you get the. You should be able to look at it. You see, like, oh, whoo. I didn't know the gun was loaded. You knew, mad bullets up in that shit. Clip full of this shit. The clip so full you almost jammed the gun. The magazine was so full you almost jammed the gun. Okay. Randy Miranda says, you make me want to delete YouTube. Hey, man, delete it. Do you? Everything ain't for everybody. Everything ain't for everybody. But you were compelled to write that. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? You know, I appreciate you giving me the time. Now get the fuck out of here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him the still shot. Yeah, Randy. Now, you know, thanks for coming through me. I appreciate the comment, appreciate the love, I appreciate the hate. You know what I mean? Now get the fuck out of here. Mannequin challenge. All right, let's go. All right. Randy says, you two stuck with your opinion based off your experiences. Nobody is even giving I haven't even given my opinion yet. I get it. Somebody was made to read in front of the class and they didn't really know how to read that well. I understand. It's all good, man. You know what I mean? You come to the right place. Info Spot says, thanks, Cheryl. I like the chicken salad from the Costco's cafe. Okay, cool. Carrie Zilla says, true, my husband was terrible at it. Chef Guapo says, "Let my ass off." You know that feeling way before you start shooting up the court. No. I didn't shoot. I just cocked back the hammer. I didn't pull the trigger yet. And every man listening knows exactly what I'm talking about. And y'all females, y'all know what I'm talking about too. Y'all heard it too. That shit vibrating all up in your twat. Like, I was wondering what that was. That shit was in surround sound. You're like, hey, you got Bose speakers in it? Come on, y'all. Everybody do it. We good? Walking in rhythm, trying to spit out. Oh, man. All right. Idiotic genius, my peoples. What's good, man? He says, I can't pull out of my driveway without hitting something, so it's best to leave it in the garage. Oh, my God. I know they're going to flag this show. I just know they're going to flag this show. There's no way I'm getting away with this one. Tree Stone says, baby doing handstands. Gary Zilla says, I don't want my daughter getting pregnant at the age I was, though. You give up a lot. And that's serious. And that's true. That's absolutely true. Jeff Guapo says, I truly believe pregnancy is no accident in regards to actions on the man. Oh, you reported the boy? Who, Randy? You reported Randy? I mean, you know, fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ain't worried about him. I ain't worried about it. Idiotic Genius says maybe Randy's parents should have pulled out. They probably should have. But you know, I appreciate if y'all did report him. I appreciate y'all getting him before he tried to get me, because he would probably try to do some shit like that. I'm going to report his channel. I'm going to get his channel taken. You know, I'm going to say that he's saying things that shouldn't be said. They're doing hate. He's doing hate speech. Look, he's doing hate speech. He's doing hate speech, man. It's not cool. He's up there doing hate speech, man. It's not cool. Why is he doing hate speech, man? What are you hating for? We all have a right to live, guy. Come on, man. Don't do that. It's not cool. It's not cool. TK Wright says you can feel the pump. Oh, I said, y'all gotta stop me, man. We can't do this all night. We can't do this all night. Or can we? All right. Show Husband says, cracking the hell up. Why did I get still when you said listen, you've been rocking with me since 2014. You know it was time to do that. It was time. It was time, man. It was time. Jeff says we all have come and gone. Carrie Zilla says my first one was a depot shot delay. Well, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Dawn Drummond says bro has every percussion instrument within reach at all times. Fuck it. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? You know, I don't know any Taylor Swift songs. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if you'd have said, what's my favorite Christina Aguilera song? I could have told you. If you'd asked me, what's my favorite, I don't know, Beyonce song or one of those other, let's see. I have, what's the, some of those pop singers, Katy Perry, her, and the Hannah Montana chick. I bought her shit. That shit was actually pretty good. The Katy Perry shit was all right too. It was all right. It wasn't the best, but it was all right. It was all right. It was all right. Let me see. All right, let's go. I know I'm farther up in the comments. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta excuse me. Don Drummond says, I love the Kalimba jam. That's what's up. Appreciate that. She even knows what a Kalimba is. That's cool. Info Spot says, sounds like an old school doorbell. Put a beat to it. Idiotic Genius says, Carrie, I wish they had a Carfax for kids, or I would have asked for a discount. Oh, man. Cheryl Halsey says, my tummy is hurting. Stop. Yo. Cheryl says, finger piano, you got that mastered now. I wouldn't say I got it mastered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, we just pick that shit up, practice it a couple of times a week or whatever. See what you can do. Crazy Steve was here yesterday. It got a little hot for him when we start talking about calling in. Speaking of calling in, if y'all would like to call into the show, if you want your voice to be heard, no video, but if you'd like to call in and talk about this topic tonight, which is never been burnt, or should I say never got burnt, never got pregnant, never got married. We ain't really dealing with the never got married thing. I really only did that for the YouTube, for the algorithm, so they wouldn't be like, well, what do you mean by getting burnt? Because they got the YouTube cops out on me. They got the YouTube cops, baby. They got the cops. They're coming through with the cops. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to submit. I don't want to say words like self-delete and unalive and SA. I haven't been a good boy, but I'm trying. TK Wright says, you definitely know at least one Taylor Swift song. It's hard not to. Well, I bet you I can't name one I know. I don't know. She used to be a country singer. She used to be a country singer. All right. Okay. So How do you make it? How do you make it? You know, you're sexually active, you're young. You may be caught up in certain activities that you never really planned for, never thought that you would be involved with or whatever. You may be involved with some people that you never thought you would be involved with. And you're trying to just basically find yourself. Trying to find yourself. And then you can wind up, you know, one thing about when you're out there drinking and smoking and staying up late nights, and you may be, you know, working a couple of jobs, or you may, let's say you were a musician or some type of performing artist, and you know they don't look out for their health a lot. If you're on tour, you don't have to be a big star in order to be on tour. You could be a house band member or something like that, to whereas you have gigs traveling the country, maybe going out of the country or whatever, and you're basically keeping long hours, late nights, drinking, smoking, fucking. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you feel a little itchy down there. Like, oh, hell no, it can't be. It can't be. Yeah, it could be. It could be. And if you really out there, you might not even know who gave it to you. And that's the sad part. And it's not all that uncommon. There have been plenty of women who were pregnant and wasn't sure exactly who the father was. They may have been fucking with 2 or 3 or more dudes at the same time, around the same time. So it was like, John's the father. According to my prenatal exam, John's the father. The problem is John was a John. Wink, wink. John was a John. In other words, he was a trick. But you know, hey, it can happen. But for those who have never happened, who has never happened to, you know, it's quite interesting, quite compelling. My best friend who died last year, he said that he never got burnt. I was like, wow, it was pretty impressive. Never got burnt? Sheesh. Shoot, I got my blessing when I was like 17. I mean, talk about getting your feelings hurt. I was like, it can't be. No. And yeah, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. That's why you have to watch out for these so-called good girls. I got lit on fire by a chick who couldn't come outside, who couldn't have phone calls, who couldn't have company. We couldn't even sit on her steps. We was like secret lovers. That's what we are. Trying so hard to hide the way we feel. Because she belonged to someone else. But we both, man. I was like, no. Was I 16 or 17? I think I was 17. Yeah, I was definitely 17. I was definitely 17. I was like, it happened on a Friday. I knew what was going on by that Sunday. It took like a day off. Sunday, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, hell. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I told my mom. Like, Mom, you know what I'm saying? I was chicken. I got to make an appointment at the doctor. All right, but you gotta go have a doctor. And I told you about fucking, yeah, what about them condoms I gave you? Yeah, you ain't got anything. Make that appointment on Monday. Shit was mad embarrassing. You go down, I didn't go to the clinic, I had a doctor. I went down to the doctor's office, like, all right, reason for your visit. I didn't know how to even make up something. Like, no privacy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no privacy. Right at the, what's the reason for your visit? I suspect that I have a STD. Well, we even saying STD. Was it still venereal? I think they had just started calling it a STD. I remember he had to prescribe some tetracycline. After that shit, I was scared to fuck for a minute. Like, wait, I don't know. No quiero chocha. No quiero chocha. No quiero chocha. Chocha sucia. Chocha sucia. No quiero. No. No. Chocha olor. Chocha olor. No. No quiero chocha. 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 No. I was scared as shit. Like, I don't want to play with fire. I'm good. No quiero such. No quiero such. I'm sorry. No quiero chocha. No quiero chocha. Chochi sucia. Chochi sucia. Chochi sucia. Chochi sucia. I eventually got over it. But it took a lot of coaching. My big brother was like, yo, it ain't that big of a deal, man. You know, it happens. You just got to be careful. I was like, this bitch was supposed to be clean, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't seeing one of these chicks out here running around and blah, blah, blah. That bitch is dirty, son. She never even called this. I never even got an apology. You know what? I think I got PTSD about this shit. You know what? It's the truth. I never even got an apology. I know she couldn't have phone calls. I couldn't call her. I should have knocked on her door. Like, yo. I understand that your daughter not supposed to have company. She can't have phone calls and all this. But she out here burning niggas. She out here burning niggas. Look at this bottle. You see it say tetracycline? You see this shit? This shit say tetracycline, sir. That's what your daughter got me having to gobble these pills and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick, sir. I'm sick. I'm sick in the dick. I got PTSD. PTSD. Penis traumatized. Penis traumatized something. I need a word for the D. Penis traumatized some dick. No, I don't know. So whatever, man. You know that shit crazy. All right. Okay. Oh shit. Jeff Wappel says moving out of order guy will punish for that shit. Oh Lord. You out doing. Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through, without a doubt. TK Wright says sleep is a beautiful thing. It is. Carrie Zilla says we just flip a coin. Jeff Wappel says moving out of order will cause you to not know your child's father because it should have been your husband. That's simple. Oh shit. Shoot, married people get burnt too. Bust that. Now you want to talk about trifling. You want to talk about trifling. Jeff Walker says, you have a kid but afraid of marriage? Yeah, the two don't always. Now, where I'm from, they don't always go together. Matthew Wilson says, I'm too blessed to be stressed. Well, look at you. Look at you. Jeff Walker says she was crazy on the low. She was going crazy on the low. Man. She owes me an apology, man. How you gonna burn somebody and never even say sorry? Like, yo, I didn't know. Years later, a friend of mine's cousins was going with her, and he was singing her praises, like, oh yeah, man, she's a good girl, blah blah. I was like, See, I was a nice guy back there. I ain't even lay the snitch game down. But I had every right to. Like, yo, tell your cousin, keep an eye on Shorty. You know what I mean? If his man start tingling down there, yeah, it ain't because she slipped him some Ben Gay. Ain't no icy hot down there. Yeah. It's not that. Jeff says, little firecracker John. That's exactly what she was. Matthew Stringer says, do you like Elvis Presley? Not even a little bit. No, I do not. Carrie Zilla says, excuse me, sir. Your daughter gave me VD. I should have done that shit. Like, yo, I don't know. Like, check her room and see if she taking some penicillin, because, you know what I mean? She need it. How do I know I wasn't targeted? We only did it one time. I knew her for a year before. Took her out a year before. We never could really get it together. Called me on a Friday. I was just about to go to work. I was still in school, but I was going to school at night. So I was about to go to work. She was like, hey, I'm not going to school today. You know what I mean? I could come around and blah, blah. I was like, oh, yeah. She was a little brown skin cutie. Big juicy. That juice. She was ready to burn. I'm ready and I'm burned. I'm ready and I'm burned. To torch it up. No good. All right. Cheryl Halsey says, my husband knew what was up. I didn't. Oh, so one of your sons, yeah. I mean, it's literally a rite of passage. It's just a fucked up rite of passage. It literally is. It's like falling in love. The likelihood that you're going to come across some, you know what I mean? You're going to come across some toxic twat. There's a great likelihood that you're going to come across some toxic twat at some point. Something we got to deal with. It's a community problem. And listen, I can't blame it all on the girls. They got it from somebody. One of these dirty dick ass niggas running around, you know what I mean? Lighting fires everywhere. You little arsonist. You ought to be put. George Drummond says, "Can we get a Grinch part 3?" So you like my video? That's what's up. Yeah, I don't be thinking nobody be liking my little music videos or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Wahoo. No, is it? Yeah, it is. Wahoo. Why? Fuck it. Let's do it. Fuck it. You want the Grinch part 3? Fuck it. Fuck it. Just in case y'all think I got a ghost drummer. Wahoo, 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 Whoville high, wahoo, 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 wahoo. It's like that, y'all. It's like that, y'all. It's like dagger to that. It's like that, y'all. Okay. I guess I do take requests. I didn't know. Back to the burning pregnancies. Back to the burning pregnancies. All right. Idiotic Genius says, how can a woman give somebody crabs when she knew he had the itch? I've been traumatized ever since. The itch lasted longer than she did. Oh, crabs. But at least crabs is not an STD. At least you can just go to the drugstore, get some over-the-counter lice. You know, it's crab lice. That's actually what they're called. You got bugs on you. The thing is, it makes you feel filthy. Nothing makes you feel dirtier than having bugs that you can see on you, and they're biting. And the thing is, you don't want to believe it. You thinking it's your allergies acting up. You go into a bathroom like, I got to get to the bottom of this shit. You like, oh my God, no. You got to wash your sheets and basically boil them shits. You know what I mean? It's nasty, but it clears up easily. It clears up very easily. You can get rid of crabs in a day. But you're right. The PTSD over it, the traumatization of it, yeah, it's going to stick with you for a minute. TA Right says she was juicy because of the STD. Nah, I don't think STD make your titties big. She had the bazongas. Real slim waist, but she was boing, boing. She was boom. She took unfair advantage of me. She took, Dawn, you got say yay. That's what's up. Idiotic Jesus says, fun fact, Cindy Lou, who won the Grinch movie is a singer in a band now. I'm full of useless information. Yo, that is not useless information. That is not useless information. That is real shit. That is dope. Cindy Lou. Cindy Lou. Who? Yes, the Who. Cindy Lou. Word. Idiotic thing says, Them saber-toothed crotch crickets will terrorize you 24/7. Saber-toothed crotch crickets. My allergies make me sneeze, not make my junk itch. I can't deny that. I'm only talking about what you might have thought it was. Carrie Zilla says, saber-toothed crotch crickets, laughing my ass off. That should be a band name. Damn, that is genius. That really should be a band name. Saber-toothed crotch crickets. And now, performing live their new hit, Crabs in a Barrel, the saber-toothed crotch crickets. Yeah! 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 Oh my God, man! The tooth! The tooth! The tooth! The tooth! I love the tooth! I love the tooth! I love the tooth! I love the tooth! Saber-tooth. Dawn Drummond says, nah, why is that so real? Oh God. T. Carey Wright says, I was talking about a different kind of juice. Well, see, you know what, to be totally honest with you, I wasn't that much experienced to where I knew that much difference between one or the other. I hadn't been on a coochie tour yet. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know. It didn't have an unusual. It didn't give me any reason for apprehension. You know, it wasn't like no stinky type shit. Honestly, I don't think she knew. I think she probably found out right around the time I found out. And she was just too embarrassed to say anything. But that shit was 1988. I was like, that shit was smack dab in the AIDS era. I mean, like you ain't know what the fuck was behind that shit. Shit. First song it's called The Itch. Idiotic Jane says it made you more cautious with women though, catching that drip. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Cautious as fuck. You know what I mean? You damn near ready to vet them from the door. Like, so, the last time you did it, when was that? How did y'all do it? Like, is there a reason y'all stopped doing it? You say you're single. Like, how single? Single, whereas you still messing around with your ex, or single? Are you super single? Like, what is the single? What is single? Like, are you seeking out a double? Like, what is this double? What is this double? What is this double? I need to know. When you're a young man, your ego is telling you that any chick that you choose is a good girl. At least that's what my ego was telling me. Like, I don't mess around with these old dirty ratchet. You know, we didn't use the word ratchet back then, but let's, take it back then. You know, I don't mess around with none of these dirty bum ass chicks. I mean, she dressed nice, smell nice, look nice. Like this shit it was just unfair. It was unfair. And now I'm dirty. Because of you. So, hey. But yeah, never been burnt, never been pregnant. Now, the first time you get a girl pregnant, shit is scared the shit out of you. And the first time you get a girl pregnant, it might not be the first time you had a child. There can be things that happen. You know, it could have been a miscarriage. You know, she could have got an abortion. A lot of things could have happened, like, now back in my day, we didn't have after a morning after pill, the day of what they go, the morning after pill, right? We didn't have that. That was still in its developing stages, so but at the same time, the first time you get a girl pregnant, you feel like there's a certain type of potency. You feel like, Now this is going to sound crazy, but I would rather know that I could get a woman pregnant than to be all reckless, busting all up in a chick. And I'm like, so and nothing happened? Because a lot of dudes out there have been trying to get a girl pregnant and it shit ain't happening. And I've known some who I like everybody else knew that wasn't his baby, but he took on the baby anyway because he wanted kids. And then I've known more than one. I mean, he may have known. He may have known. He can't. He can't make that happen. He lacks the potency. He lacks the power. Cam says, you got pink eye there, bro? No. I just rub my eyelid. It's like a sort of like a nervous condition times allergies or whatever. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start rubbing it now. I should be feeling good. Oh God, this is great. This is life right here. Let me get the other one. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. But yeah. Just looking out for me. I appreciate you, Cam. You know what I mean? I appreciate you every time you come through. I really do. No bullshit. We good. We good. Salute. But yeah, never got burnt, never got pregnant. Never got burnt, never got pregnant. Yeah, I've known a few people who have fit the bill. And I've always, some of them I've had, discussions with, we've compared notes and stuff like that. I mean, because it is pretty remarkable. Idiotic Genius says, I can walk by a woman and 9 months later, I'm getting a bill. I got to get fixed or find a woman that's fixed. I don't need another semen demon. A semen demon. A semen demon. Ah! Ah! Cam says, you got the oil pulling technique. I got a few tricks for pink eye. I'm down with oil pulling. Crotch goblins. Crotch goblins. Oh man, my goodness. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, it's real out here. And it was real out here back in the day today, and it is going to be real out here tomorrow. Now what I'm going to say now is something that I've observed. The numbers actually support it. And I want to know what y'all think some of the reasons may be. Now, when I was growing up, there was a lot of teenage pregnancy. You know what I mean? It was babies popping up all over high school. That's just how it was. When I was growing up, there were a lot of teenage pregnancy. And I don't see young girls being pregnant anymore. I mean, I literally do not see it. Whenever I do see it, I'm like, wow. Now, what do y'all think is the reason for that? If y'all noticed it. Now, maybe you live in an area where you see a lot more teenage pregnancy than I do. But I would think that I live in an area where you see way more of it because I live in a hood. I live in the same places where all of the teenage pregnancies used to crop up or pop up, whatever. But I don't see it. I don't see it. And like I said, when I do see it, it's kind of surprising to me because I'm like, wow, what happened? Now, I have some theories about it. I have some feelings about it. And I'm interested to know if y'all have any theories on it yourselves. Idiotic Genius says the adopted kid wanted a new Land Rover for Christmas. I told her the only thing getting traded was her. TK Wright says they are definitely getting prego. Says but they have the takeaway pills. Well, the takeaway pills are not, well, they are symbolic of you getting pregnant. I don't see them getting pregnant. Now, we know that the abortion rates are high, but now that we have the internet, we're getting all kinds of data to support that. I don't think we had the same data 40 years ago. 30 and 40 years ago, we didn't have the same kind of data. We didn't have the same kind of database as we do now. But I used to be able to visually see the little pregnant young girls, and I don't see them. Now, there's some reasons for it. A lot of these girls like girls. So if she messing around with Sandra, you ain't gotta worry about no babies coming. Maybe, artificial insemination, that type of shit, that you getting a surrogate. But she ain't gonna get pregnant. One thing Keisha can't do to Kia is get her pregnant. And the boys are gay too. It's just real. I mean, I ain't bullshitting. I ain't trying this, but it's true. These kids out here, they are very liberal. They're very, very liberal. TK Wright says you can't see it if they're getting rid of the baby. Yeah. That's my point. But if you look at the numbers, they tell you that teenage pregnancy is mad low compared to how it was in the 70s, 60s, 80s, and 90s. Now, that's just facts. I had looked it up. Okay. And I'll look it up again. So I'm not saying that no young girls get pregnant, but I don't see it like I used to. Like used to see it. Like it used to see it. Okay. How do teenage pregnancy numbers compare from now compared to the 80s? Okay. Teenage pregnancy rates in the United States have declined significantly since the 1980s. Pregnancy rates. In 2017, the pregnancy rate for women aged 15 to 17 was 14 per 1,000, down from 75 per 1,000 in 1989. For women aged 18 to 19, the rate was 57 per 1,000, down from 175 per 1,000 in 1991. So I trust me, I looked this shit up a long time ago, and I don't want y'all to think I'm just bullshitting. So when I say I don't see girls pregnant or they're not getting pregnant like they did before, they not. This don't have nothing to do with abortion numbers. They ain't getting pregnant like that. Now, I have some theories, on why I think that might be the case. And it ain't all homosexuality based. It's not all homosexuality based. I have some serious concerns about those vaccinations. Some serious concerns about those vaccinations that they required in order to go to school. I think a lot of them kids are straight sterile. I really do. And I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of the children that are being born, whether they're born to teenage parents or regular parents, why is there so much autism? I mean, there's always been a certain level of autism, but come on, y'all. You see it. Like, goddamn. Shit. You have a healthy baby nowadays, you gotta be like, yo. Shoo. You did it. You did it, Brooklyn. You did it. It says there's way more accessibility to that pill. Okay, Idiotic Genius says grandmas are getting younger these days. Okay, Idiotic Genius says people using that surgery these days way too often as an option. They've always been abusing abortion. Always. All right. Idiotic Genius says it's declined due to gun control by their parents. Shit. One thing you cannot do is scare nobody out of getting pregnant. You were scared as your stomach was growing. So you might not have told your mom that you was pregnant to your 8th month. My cousin didn't tell my aunt that she was pregnant at all. She kept complaining about a stomach ache. Took her to the doctor to see what was up with the stomach ache and came back with a baby. Came back, not came back with a pregnancy, came back with a baby. She went to the doctor and delivered. And it was like, well, how didn't y'all know that she was pregnant? She was 9 months. She kept wearing like big sweatshirts and shit like that. You know, she had to be mad stressed. She had to be stupid stressed. Her and a child's father, he went into the military. They got married. They moved away to California. Never came back. Ever came back. You know what I mean? Larry put it inside his Cadillac. The chauffeur drove off and we never came back. Dave cut the record down to the bone. And then they got me singing on the microphone. And now we're talking about autographs, ideas and laughs, champagne, caviar, and bubble bath because that's the life that I lead. You suck. Okay. All right. All right. So, yeah. So we don't see as much as we used to see. You know, pregnancy rates is, but and I don't normally rely on statistics, but if you can really see it, it'd be like saying, well, you know what? There aren't as many stores in the malls as there used to be. Like, yeah, you're not just conjuring that up. Yeah, you see these places are closed. I saw a video today, and they was talking about around this area. They was talking about Broad and Erie. And they was talking about, yeah, Broad and Erie, you can get anything down here. I was like, look, as he's saying in the video, it's the middle of the daytime, by the way. As he's saying that you can get anything down here, you see all of these stores closed. All of them. And I'm like, he talking about something, yeah, this is like 52nd Street on steroids. Now, for people who don't live in Philadelphia, 52nd Street is known as a mecca of shopping with local stores and stuff like that. And 52nd Street ain't shit anymore. Nothing. You did used to be able to get anything that you wanted on 52nd Street. No, the internet killed the stores in the hood. Nobody wants to admit it. I ain't gonna say nobody, but people don't seem to recognize what happened. The internet did it, and the pandemic really closed the coffin. The internet was already making the stores take a hit, and the internet. And the pandemic closed the coffin because now they didn't have the option to be open. So that was the nail in the coffin. That was it. Closed casket. Idiotic Genius says, internet has killed going out and shopping. And it has. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It killed a lot of going out, period. Period. These cats are homebodies like crazy. And they express fear of going out. I don't know if I can be around people. I don't know if I can be around people. I'm kind of scared of people. I don't know, man. You gotta live your life. You gotta live your life. Hold on. To your life. You got to hold on. Wait a minute. I get something together a little bit. Make sure that we got our information engine popping. All right, we good. Yeah. Never been burnt, never been pregnant. Because with DoorDash and online shopping, people don't have a reason to go out anymore. It's too convenient. Well, the thing is, I think that people still have a reason to go out because you can't always have fun at home. A lot of people don't know how to have fun at home. I mean, really. Why do you think that the bar and club scene used to be so lucrative and how it was so lit? There's some people whose home life is totally unsatisfying. There are people who live at the house that they don't like. Their spouses, baby moms, baby dads, their kids. They might not even like the animals. There's some people whose home life just isn't satisfactory for them. It's not a good look. It's just not a good look for them. I think it's sad, but it happens, and it's something that we got to deal with. Something that we have to deal with. But yeah. Never got pregnant. Never got burnt. Never got pregnant. What have you noticed about people who have never had children? One thing that I've noticed about people who have never had children, some people who have never had children really have wanted to have children. So sometimes as a protective measure, they will act like they never really wanted children. But you know how that goes. It's a soft spot. And when you have to pretend like that you never wanted something that you really wanted in your life, that can be really, really depressing. And I'm not one of those people who like to throw around the word depressing a lot or depressed because it's a serious thing. It's more than just sadness. But what can be more depressing than wanting to spread life, create life, and develop life, and you're not able to do it? Not naturally. You're not able to do it. So and then there are people. There are men out there, like I was talking about before, who really believed that they got their woman pregnant and found out later on some Maury shit that none of them babies wasn't his. And I'm talking about through DNA. Hold on, man. You had 3 kids by a chick and you didn't have 3 kids by a chick? You can easily say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So you can say men do this thing all the time. They have children by a bunch of women and shit, even when they have children at home or don't have children at home. Now, you think about a situation like that. And now imagine you're a woman and you always wanted children. And for some reason, like you didn't know that you were infertile. So you've been trying to have children and it never happened. You may have been thinking maybe it was the man. Meanwhile, he got all these kids on the outside. So he's reproducing and creating all of these children, and you can't get one. And even though that might be a trifling situation, it's a situation that a lot of people go through, and it's a real slap in the face because it can start to make you have feelings of ineptitude. It can make you have feelings like you're not good enough. So he had to go out and find somebody that was good enough. And this kind of practice has existed in royal communities. You know, like let's say a king of a country or whatever. He needed a boy to carry on the royal name. So he needs to royally reproduce. I believe that Napoleon went through this. He kept trying to have a son and he couldn't. And it literally is the man's fault because he carries the sex of the child. The sperm of a man determines the sex of a child. My man, Aussie mate, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. You know what I mean? Good to see you. If you want to, right after this show, we could do a couple of rounds. If you with it, I'll pop the machine on and we can, you know what I mean? We can go for some. We're talking about Call of Duty 6. Any of y'all gamers out there, if y'all wanna get loose, y'all wanna get busy on Call of Duty, or maybe even GTA, hit me up, Sun752 on PlayStation Network. Let's get it popping. Idiotic Genius says, I'm glad I had my kids when I did, and they're grown now. Since I got heart disease, I can't have that long married life like everybody hopes for. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. It really is, and I feel for you. I feel for you, my dude. But you know, most importantly, keep your health straight. Keep your health straight. Keep building. Keep trying. You're too important. Pablo Sanchez says, so what's your opinion on sweatshop babies? I don't know anything about that. I'm from the United States. We don't have sweatshops. We got labor unions over here. We got labor unions. I don't know nothing about no sweatshops. You know, I gotta go to some parts of Asia in order to see that. But shit, the living conditions or the working conditions in any sweatshop is I would imagine that it's bad for it might be better for babies than it is for adults. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you know, wanting to have a child, trying to have a child, and thinking that you can have a child, later finding out that that thing ain't going the way you thought it was going to go, or it ain't been going the way you thought it was going. Yeah, that part. Meanwhile, while you're busy not getting pregnant or not getting somebody pregnant, the person that you're with is getting somebody else pregnant or getting pregnant and potentially bringing you home a little warm package, a little fiery trinket. I did the fiery trinket. Dipples D says, I'm sorry. I just saw a green D. Damon Whitlock says, what's your opinion on white people who use the N-word? White people who use the N-word. Interessante. Normally I would take a different angle on this, but let me just say this. I don't think that's a wise thing to do. And I would have to ask, what is the motivation for any white person that would use the N-word? Like, why would they want to use the N-word? Like, if you just want to use it in a greeting type of manner, you don't have to use the N-word anymore. Now you can just say, bro. Yeah, bro. Hey, what's going on, bro? Like, the N-word was pretty much restricted to black men. But bro, evidently, these young cats can call anybody bro. Brothers, sisters, girlfriends, wives, girl cousins, aunties, parents, moms, grandmothers. Everybody's a bro. You know what I mean, bro? Yeah, bro. It's pretty cool, bro. What's going on, bro? Hey, what's happening, bro? Come on, bro. Come on. I need some money, bro. Yo, give me a ride, bro. Hey, come on, cut me some slack, bro. So you don't need to use the N-word anymore. You can bro them to death. And I've seen, and from what I see, everybody's broing each other to death. Like go ahead and bro him. bro him, dude. Go ahead. It's okay. No pauses. Bro. You can bro him. You bro me. My man Troy McNeil. Troy Diesel. Troy Diesel is in the house. What's going on, my dude? Do me a favor, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the like, 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 hit the like. Appreciate it. Damon Wincock says, just when I'm listening to my favorite song. Well. Matthew Wilson said, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, you to death. Ashley. What's going on, Ash? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. And Frankie Martinez. Senor Martinez. ¿Cómo estás? What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? Good to see y'all, without a doubt. So we was talking about never got burnt, never been pregnant. Never got burnt, never got burnt, never got pregnant, never got burnt, never got pregnant, never had no babies, no ifs, ands, or maybes, never had the fire coming out my pants, never gave me a negative chance. Enhance your way of thinking. It ain't stinking, but I'm thinking if you was ring around the rink and the rank that I think, yeah, shit stank. Yo, shit is crazy out here and I'm out of sync. What we gonna do is bad out here, but at this old age, you sad out here. Yo, I mean, I ain't saying that you're old as the hills, but you gotta be old enough to know what's real. Sit back, relax, and chill. Do your thing, word. But you get burnt out here. The shit is a nerd. Yeah, because you should have knew a little bit more. So what you came around here for? We gonna do a tour. We gonna go all over the place. We ain't just trying to get in your face and take up space. Lace up your J's. Make sure you smoke the haze. No, put the joint down right now. Yo, we don't need no smoke. We don't need no drinks. We don't need no coke. What we need is a whole lot of knowledge, whether you dropped out of high school or graduated college. You got a plan for yourself. You got to have a plan for your kids and your wife's health. Or should I say your spouse? Yo, the cat got to catch the mouse. And yo, I ain't trying to make sure that I'm friends with no rats, telling on people they ain't where it's at. But you can't really lie to yourself, even though you might try the shit, that don't help. So where are we going with this? Are you ready to put brothers up on the list? Do you talk with a list? I used to. Actually, I never did, but listen up, my kid. Even if I rap like this, it's like my man with a Coogee rap. Yo, what's the haps? I'm just rhyming for nothing. Yo, came through all of a sudden. Joshua Faye Saunders says, hey, Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar don't have no gray in his beard. Ain't that some shit? You know, I never really thought of that shit. Umar don't have no gray. Dr. Umar is a whole 51 years old. No, I'm sorry. He's 50. He just turned 50 in August of 24. Why Dr. Umar don't have no gray? None? None? You know Dr. Umar don't eat but so healthy. You know what I mean? You're a big boy. But I don't see no gray on him. Good to see you, Ashley. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, everybody, too. Thank you. That's what's up. Idiotic Genius says, you need to start a band and call it Saber-Tooth Crotch Crickets. Wow, where would we get an idea like that? That's exactly what we need to do. Start a band. Who wants to be part of this band? We're going to start a band over the internet, man. We're going to, you know what I mean, Zoom practice. Zoom practice. Man, I'm all about practice, y'all. We be getting that shit right. I'd be like James Brown and y'all. If y'all know anything about how James Brown used to run his band, like you had to practice. You had to have your shit tight. But yeah. Why Dr. Umar don't have no gray hair? I just want to know. We find out. Dr. Umar is rocking out with the Grecian formula. With some Bison shit. No gray hair, though? None? No grease in su pelo. Pelo, no gray. All right, well, about to do these birthday shout-outs and get them out of here. About to do these birthday shout-outs and get on up out of here, man. We got a few more minutes left in the show. We might as well go ahead and do these birthday shout-outs and let's get it popping. We have some birthday shout-outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 2nd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Elena Chapman. Happy birthday to you. And also Janisha So Erotic Taylor. Happy birthday to you. And also Sitting Pretty Rental and Josie Brahman, Audrey Slowly, Konisha Goins, Robert Norbit, and last but not least, Chrissy Tuck. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And also Baza Wilson. And anyone else out there who shares this birthday with this glorious, January 2nd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and go hard, go for yours, and go hard, go for yours. And remember, yo, at the tender age of 16 or 17, you want to be out there by any means. And I ain't saying that you a hoe or a pimp, but you can't be out there looking like a wimp, walking with a limp. That's how to have you walking if you got caught that bad shit and you got hit. And you might get hit by somebody you didn't even know was swinging. Yo, the kind of shit they bringing. They ain't bringing the light, they bringing the darkness. We gotta have a talk about this. Yo, keep yourself safe. Make sure that you get your health straight. Yo, checkups each and every year to make sure that your health status is clear. And yeah, you can get burned at any time, so you might have to get back in the doctors again. I'm just trying to make you learn because I don't want you to get burned. It ain't your turn. That shit ain't funny. It ain't live. It ain't nothing that you did want to have to survive. Yo, life is tough enough without all this crazy out of this world type of stuff. I'm bluffing, never that. So I'm trying to make sure that you never get that. Yo, what's it going to be? Who you going to visit? Who you going to see? A doctor visit? You don't really want to see it. You don't want to be on the database. Truth and the knowledge. All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. But the thing is, tomorrow night we'll be back at 11. I'm sorry, at 1 a.m. instead of 2 a.m. I said 1 a.m. instead of 2 a.m. So make sure y'all come back through. And we'll have some fun now. Just me and all the gang, learning from each other while we do our thing. Gonna have a good time. Hey. Yo, y'all have a good night. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We did get 29 likes, and that's pretty impressive. But I know one of y'all didn't hit the like button, so just hit me. Hit me one. Hit me. That's all I need is one more. Be the one more. Even if you get the one more all the way up to 40, I mean, I ain't gonna be mad at it. I just thought it would be a nice thing if we could get the likes up to 30 instead of 29. We just one shy. Thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thanks for the people who participated in the chat and even the people that chilled in the back. Thank you to all y'all. All right. So, we can take off our uniform. Get on the body here. You can take off your scrubs, baby. It's a good look. It's a good look. Y'all have a good night. No exceptions. Peace. Holla. One.